We start now with that breaking news. Police investigating a house fire as arson, and right now they're searching for the suspect. This just in, police in Oklahoma are investigating a home invasion and sexual assault.
We have not been told how long Interstate 40 is going to be closed. This has been going on now for close to 2.5 hours. Well, you know, Craig, it's almost a little hard to hear you over all of the revving you're hearing in the background. A lot of cars, a lot of motorcycles are revving their engines. I want to step out of the way, show you. We've changed up our vantage point just a little bit.
But we do want to turn to the weather now. Many of you may have thought it looked a little rainy and overcast this morning. That was actually dust. Meteorologist Martin Lauermore is here with us tonight. And Martin, we were talking about this dust cloud and it's affecting my allergies. That's pretty normal, right? A neurologist, a pediatrician, and 2 trained paramedics. No, this isn't the start of a bad joke. As Mike Testel with our sister station in Sacramento explains, it's a team banding together to crank up the volume and combat the negative impacts of social isolation.
We are putting in the hard work here in Rogers. Okay, I'm going to put these turkeys down. I am joined by Carrie with Homestead Senior Care. Thanks for joining us, Carrie. If you do have summer plans outdoors, Dr. Keever says it's important to stay hydrated, use sunscreen, and reapply. Blue Ribbon Downs in Sallisaw is one of the areas hit the hardest by these storms. I mean, just look at this debris. This is from the roof of a barn that flew from over 500 feet away.
Bud Walton Arena now bearing the name of the winningest head basketball coach on the court. Our Jordan Black is here with us. And Jordan, you were there for what was an incredible dedication there today. Performers say they wanted to give a positive message through art and music as people struggled during the coronavirus pandemic. It's absolutely beautiful just listening to this. What a great way to end your Sunday night, to end your Father's Day. Thank you all for joining us tonight. That's our time for 4029 News.
Allison, within the past couple of minutes, we've seen more and more of this heavy black smoke billowing outside of this building, and it doesn't look like the fire inside is going to stop anytime soon. In fact, we just learned from the Springdale Fire Department that all crews have been pulled out of the building as they continue to fight the fire from the outside. This was the moment the A Advantage warehouse and distribution building began to collapse. By 7:45, the fire was burning higher, smoke billowing out into the Springdale sky.
In a structure this size, as we're going in looking for pockets of where it might be, we're finding mattresses, styrofoam, several things that can hold heat for a long time. So as they're going through looking at things, they'll pull up some debris, a little bit of air gets to it, kind of flares up, they put it out, and then they're going and looking for more.
Bagley says one firefighter was injured earlier in the evening.
He did call a mayday as per our protocol, which just says, hey, I need help. I'm gonna be trying to help myself, but I need some people move in my direction. And as he did that, his crew was able to get him out in a reasonably short amount of time. Our ambulance was right there waiting for him, and he was not out of the building very long before they took him to the hospital.
The extent of that firefighter's injuries is unknown at this time, and the firefighter's identity has not been released. As this fire continues to rage on, Bagley says their department is going to work to contain the fire as much as they can. They're going to be keeping an eye on this blaze overnight. We're reporting live in Springdale. I'm Jamie Weiss, 4029 News. Tonight, I spoke with a woman on the phone who says her mother is 86-year-old Helga McLean. She says her mother died on Friday of coronavirus. She tells me her mother loved to travel and thought she'd live to be 100, so this outcome is unlike anything she could have imagined.
My mom was really healthy and very tough. Never would I have thought something like this took my mother out, ever.
Christine Johansson says 86-year-old Helga McLean lived at Brookstone Assisted Living for the past 2 years. She says when the pandemic started, they didn't think they would need to bring her mother home.
We thought it would be safer for her being around professionals who were wearing the PPE and who had everything. Then the lockdown happened while we were trying to figure out, and it was kind of too late. And then the next thing I know, she had been in contact with it. It all happened rather quickly. They quarantined my mom. I was told they found my mom pretty much on the floor and not responsive. And she went into the hospital that day.
The 86-year-old had heart disease and dementia. Her daughter was able to say goodbye before she passed on Friday afternoon.
My mom had a great sense of humor, and she could crack a joke. Even with the dementia, she was really sharp with that. She was so good, and she was laughing last time we saw her, and can't believe she's gone.
A spokesperson for Brookstone Assisted Living sent 4029 News the following statement. Our thoughts and prayers go out to all of those who have been impacted by this novel virus. The safety and wellness of our residents and team members remains our #1 priority. Per state recommendations, all remaining residents have been tested for COVID-19. These results confirm the remaining residents in the community are negative for COVID-19. But McLean's daughter is only left with questions.
So how did it get in the building, and how did my mom get it? How did the 2 other people get it?
The Washington County coroner says this marks the 3rd death here at the Brookstone Assisted Living Facility due to COVID-19. We know that the other deaths include an 88-year-old woman and a 94-year-old World War II veteran named Raymond Pennington. Our deepest condolences go out to all of their families. Reporting live in Fayetteville tonight, I'm Jamie Weiss, 4029 News.
Yay! Dispensary. Happy, excited, cannot wait to get home.
Mary Harris and her friend RAKA Thomas made a spur-of-the-moment decision to travel from Fort Smith to Hot Springs Friday night at 11:30.
12:30, 1 o'clock, I finally fell asleep. He calls me at 3-something. It's like, are you up? And I'm like, yeah, I'm up.
It took Harris and Thomas 8.5 hours to reach the dispensary door.
But it was well worth the wait. I mean, they were out of all I really wanted when I got in there. So, like, I was limited to what I could get. But still, I got what I came for, so I'm happy.
Harris and Thomas are not the only patients from our area who traveled to Hot Springs. Folks from Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley drove more than 3 hours, joined the line right here, then began to wait.
I've been waiting for 40 years for the store to open. Not going to be here if I got to wait all day.
All in line say they would wait all day just to get the medicine. Patient Victor Cuellar says the stake for this trip is high. His severe celiac can cause blackouts while driving.
What do you do if the only dispensary in Arkansas where you get your medicine to take care of that is 4 hours away? You have to make that drive and risk it to get that medicine to get better for both me, my daughter, and my family.
Reporting from Hot Springs, Arkansas, Jamie Weiss, 4029 News.